acts like a narcissistic, abusive partner. Look at me, worship only me. If you look at another god, I will kill you. He commands exclusive devotion not because he deserves it, but because he needs it to maintain the illusion. Jesus never described the Father as jealous. He described him as a force that makes his sun rise on the evil and on the good, unconditional, universal. The moment you see a God demanding exclusivity under threat of violence, you are not dealing with divinity. You are dealing with cosmic insecurity. Proof number 2, the confession. Ask any modern Christian pastor where evil comes from, and they will tell you it comes from Satan or from man's free will. They will tell you God is all good, but the God of the Old Testament begs to differ. He admits to the crime himself. Look at Isaiah 45 verse 7. I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. The Hebrew word used here is ra. It means adversity, calamity, disaster, evil. He does not say he allows evil. He says he creates it. He authors it. Why? Because the demiurge creates through duality. He cannot create the unity of the pleroma. He can only build a world based on friction, positive and negative, light and dark, predator and prey, good and evil. He plays both sides of the chessboard. He hardens Pharaoh's heart so he can punish Pharaoh. He sends lying spirits to deceive kings. He orders a census and then kills 70,000 people because the census was taken. He creates the problem so he can sell you the solution. He creates the fear so he can sell you the protection. The monad creates only by emanation, like a flower releasing fragrance. It cannot create evil because it has no concept of separation. But Yaldabaoth, he is the architect of the matrix, and a matrix needs conflict to run. Without the war between good and evil, the script would stop and we might wake up. He needs the drama to keep you engaged. This brings us to proof number 3, the most disturbing aspect of the Old Testament, the blood sacrifice. If you read the book of Leviticus, it reads like a manual for a slaughterhouse. It is endless. Kill the bull, kill the goat, kill the lamb, slice the throat, sprinkle the blood on the altar, burn the fat, and then the text repeats a chilling phrase over 40 times, and the smoke was a sweet savor unto the Lord. Stop and think. Why does God enjoy the smell of burning flesh? Does the creator of the galaxies need a barbecue? Does a spirit need meat? No, but a parasite does. In esoteric and Gnostic circles, there is a concept known as lush. Lush is emotional energy, life force. When a living being dies in a state of fear, pain, and trauma, it releases a massive amount of psychic energy. The demiurge and his archons are cut off from the eternal source of energy, the pleroma. They have no battery. They are dying. To survive, they must feed, and they feed on us. They feed on low vibrational energy, fear, guilt, anger, and death. The entire sacrificial system of the Old Testament was not a system of forgiveness. It was a harvesting system. It was a buffet. He convinced humans that without the shedding of blood, there is no remission of sins. Why? To ensure a constant supply of death energy, to keep the lush flowing. He demands the firstborn. He demands war. He demands genocide. Read the story of Jericho, where the Amalekites slay both man and woman, infant and suckling, ox and sheep. Why kill the animals too? Why leave nothing breathing? Because it's a harvest. Jesus tried to stop this. He disrupted the temple sacrifice. He quoted the prophet Hosea, "I desire mercy and not sacrifice." He was trying to cut off their food supply. He was telling us that the true Father requires no blood, no death, no suffering to love you. The moment Jesus threatened the food supply of the archons, his death was guaranteed. Proof number 4, generational punishment. Imagine a human judge in a court of law. A man is convicted of theft. The judge sentences the man to prison, and then he sentences his son to prison, and his grandson, and his great-grandson. You would not call that justice. You would call that a tyrant. You would call that a monster. Yet this is exactly what Yahweh claims as his right in the 10 Commandments, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children. This is the definition of a curse.